Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Phobos with BronzeLeagueGaming, bringing you another Starcraft 2 replay. We're focusing on a 1v1 here. Let's go ahead and get started. We are playing FaDeEvan against tDpMaltiso. Man, Evan, you find some kooky opponents. Maltiso. Anyway, this map is the metalopilis, as you can clearly tell. I believe it is the GSL and GSTL version of the map as well. It's a ZVT. You have some basic mineral gathering going on. That frontal supply depot does go down for Evan. Overlord is on its way out to its neighbor here. It's not going to find much over there, though. Looks like it's really too early to tell to see what Maltiso, whatever. tDp, nah. TCO, maybe. We'll see what it turns into, and I'm trying to say it fast. Is going for an early It's going for excuse me. Got a bit of a cough here. Going for a scout. No spawning pool at 200 minerals, so it looks like he is going for the early expansion. Do have the the barracks going up here for Evan. Couple of SCVs on their way out as well. Interesting spot to put that. Some tactics I haven't seen from Evan before. I'm interested to see how this turns out. Do have that expansion going down, that quick expansion on the way out already. About a third of the way done, as we can tell. Looks like this SCV is doing his job of just poking around. Not at this base, so he's going to go ahead and take a look at the 12 o'clock position. Maltiso's drone just slides in because there was that hole right there. He's going to take a look, see what's up here. Do have that orbital command going down. No refinery yet, kind of telling. And he gets locked inside. So I believe this bunker is fairly well hidden at this point in time. So that's going to be pretty aggravating. I'm not sure what this Marine is up to. Looks like we're going to go for some two racks pressure on this early expo. I'm excited to see how that turns out. I think Zerg has learned how to defend this pretty well. Excuse me. Like I said, I'm getting over just a bit of a cough. Do have that bunker going on. It is visible though, because of that Overlord. Very smart positioning, to tell you the truth. A couple of drones are on their way out. Do have a spine crawler going down as well. Pretty effective. Nice little pincer movement right there. I like that. That is actually really smart. First Marine is on his way over. I don't think they're going to be able to kill that, but does lose a drone. Two Marines are going to be able to fend off two Zerglings. Especially 4 Zerglings is kind of iffy though. These need to finish pretty freaking quick before that spine crawler pops. Do we have any more? We have more Marines on the way. Looks like another spine crawler is on the way out. Two Marines get taken out here. Does lose a just looks like one Marine. Sorry, my mistake. That spine crawler is in a touch of trouble as well. Gonna try and take up a position. Ooh, did catch it while it was unburrowed. Pretty smart maneuver there. Ooh, 2 Marines get shredded. Oh, I think that was one again. Man, I cannot count today. They're doing quite a bit of damage to that hatchery, and this SCV is gonna keep that thing alive forever. Unfortunately, the Marines are out of range of that crawler unless they want to step outside, which puts them in quite a hazardous position. Looks like he's going at it three Marines at a time. Very excellent positioning on the second spine crawler. Does lose another Marine. Does have one in the back here. Pretty brave guy right there. Third spine crawler going down. It looks like we may see a transfuse if that doesn't get killed off soon here. Does lose 2 whole Marines right there. It's only got 4 health though. There goes the first spine crawler, but we got a second one on the way already. This is fine and dandy, but I think this is actually a losing war for Evan. He's committing an awful lot of resources to this, and he's not really able to slow Maltiso down much at this point. Having to do that constant back and forth action is just slaughtering his Marines. Do have that second spine crawler taking that forward position now as well. Snipes off a Zergling there. These guys are getting pretty low health though. Another larva inject just finishes off. We do have 2 additional racks as well as an expo or orbital command on the way. There's a lot of damage for that one. They do take residence in the second bunker though. That SCV does get scrapped though. These guys are in quite a bit of trouble. Looks like they are going to go ahead and pull back, but that's a lot of Zerglings. And they get wiped out. So I don't know if that attempted contain was really worth it. It looked like he got dealt with fairly handily. He did lose quite a few Zerglings as well as a spine crawler, but other than that, he didn't really slow down his mining production, his mining capabilities a whole lot. At least that's what it seems to me. Everything is pulling back inside here. This little poor guy actually does not get picked off. It's his lucky day. Holy bunkers. Barracks, sorry. I can't keep my barracks straight today. Tech lab down. We do have research, the stim pack research on the way out. Other than that, we're just seeing a crap ton of Marines coming out. I would like to see an engineering bay at this point, though. Get some upgrades going on those Marines. Makes them quite a bit more effective. Right now, we do have Maltiso in the food count lead. Do have that Baneling nest coming down. That's going to be quite potent for Maltiso here. I'm kind of interested to see what kind of tech path he chooses, or whether he's just going to roll Banelings. It may be all he needs to do, considering how heavily committed Evan is to Marines here at this point. We do have Siege Tank tech coming out on the way out right now. It is only about halfway done, a third of the way done. First tank is on the way out, and that will eat quite a bit of Baneling damage. But against this many Zerglings, I don't think it'll be enough. We do have that expo. Pretty gutsy move. He's going to try and even the base count here. A little bit of lag there. Sorry about that, people. A large drone split. Bleh, I cannot talk straight. And an additional orbital command. Zerglings parking out in the corner here, grabbing some scouting information. Just not enough to really see what's going on, but enough, just enough to know when he needs to stop making drones and start making more attacking units. Looks like we're seeing a spire and a third base for Maltiso at this point. Roach Warren is on the way out, but it looks like it was just a tech jump straight to this spire here. Whether I have no idea whether he's just going to run Mutalisk or actually commit to some higher tech. We've got a lot of stuff going on for Maltiso, though. He's busy bee over here. Reactor on the way out. Large force moving out. This may be kind of dangerous. Got a lot of Banelings changing it up here, though. Looks like the Marines are in the front, which is actually not where they want to be, and I actually would have engaged them right there on that ledge where the Marines' range is even shorter. Those tanks do siege up. It's going to be quite hard to take these Marines. We're seeing some excellent Marine splittage right here by Evan. It's going to make it really hard for those Banelings to be any kind of cost effective. We don't see anything here on the ledge for Evan, so I think he's going to feel a little bit safer moving up. Do have a large amount of Zerglings and Banelings just swinging around, though. Looks like they may try and go behind. Smart move, but the tanks are right there. Oh. And he's inching closer, slowly inching closer. Well, these tanks are just standing their ground. A lot of Zerglings up in the front, followed by the Banelings. Bangling speed is up, though. A lot of Marines went down. Only a handful are left, about 5. Not enough to counter this many Zerglings. Does kind of take refuge behind the mineral line, makes it harder for the Zerglings to get at him. Very smart tactic decision. Those Marines obviously can't run away from the Zerglings, so make those Marines less vulnerable as possible, which is what hiding them in the minerals would do. Less avenues of attack. You do have that 3rd base finally moving out. 4th base going up for Maltiso, though. Maltiso is being extremely aggressive in his expansion. Something I don't see too much from Zerg much. No, see too much from Zerg much. Whatever. Don't see too often from Zerg anymore. Looks like this guy is being really aggressive. We do see a drop here. Might have tipped Evan's hand. Looks like this isn't going to be canceled, surprisingly. Does lose that, but he needs to keep moving. And with the drop from the medevac, Maltiso knows that there are medevacs on the field and he needs to be wary of drops. This one is not yet up either, and he goes ahead and goes on that. A lot of Zerglings rolling in here, though. He's got to be careful. Maybe start picking them up. He just throws them all away. Unfortunately, does manage to grab one, but he's going to lose that one to Mutalisks. Sorry, Evan, that one's just not working out for you. This hatchery is up, down to about nearly half health, so it is 4 base, including a gold, so basically 4.5, versus a 3 base Terran, which isn't too far out of proportion, but that gold base is going to be really scary if it gets rolling. A large amount of Zerglings and Mutalisks are going to roll in here on this 3rd expansion here. Tanks are out of position, not going to do a whole lot of damage in tank mode against Zerglings. And looks like the Mutalisks are forced to fend off. The Marines did take care of enough of those Zerglings to survive that. Do have a couple of the random Zerglings here in the mineral line, just causing a bit of mayhem. Mutalisks are on the way back, though. Queen is out at this gold. Missile turrets going up all over the place here for Evan. 2 more in production still. Those are probably here at the natural. And Thors. Alright, I love Thors. Where is it? There it is. No 250mm strike cannons, though. Probably not an unreasonable decision against Zerg. I'm not sure, except Ultralisks, I don't see a whole lot of point with those cannons. Looks like we got a large group of Mutalisks just flying around. Do get cut off by the tanks and medevacs, though. Not very many Marines in there, surprisingly. But that many medevacs are going to give those Marines quite a bit of longevity. Handful more Marines moving out by themselves. Kind of iffy there. I'm kind of precarious about those Marines. They do stim, take out a Zergling, and try and catch up, but they do get intercepted by Lings, Banelings, and Mutalisks. Not good. There's not nearly enough Marines here to take care of those Mutalisks. This is not looking good for Evan. He's still well ahead on the food count, but his fighting force has pretty much been decimated by this at this point. 20 more Zerglings out for Maltiso, 3 more Mutalisks, and we're still seeing a ton of barracks out. A lot of Marines. Holy cow, that's a lot of Marines. Do have this first base pretty much mined out. Looks like he may need to expand again. He's got to try and keep up with this gold base. Do see Maltiso floating a lot of minerals, which is actually probably holding him back quite a bit more than he wants. He's not keeping up. Really, there's no queen there, so no larva injecting going on at that base. This one's getting taken care of. No queen at this one either, surprisingly. So that one, not very well many larva injects going on here. Do have the random medevac and Marines. Looks like they're going in for a drop here. Glad I caught that before they moved out. Overlord may have just caught the edge of that, though. And drops right next to the spire. Does a moving drop kind of keep him safe from Banelings? I would snipe that spire. There he goes. But we do have a lot of force is moving. A lot of those Mutalisks are going to start chewing these apart, and it doesn't look like he's going to get that. There goes the medevac. 137 left on that Spire. Do have a large force here at the 10 o'clock position. That Thor is going to fend off those Mutalisks very well. These tanks, very good army composition from Evan at this point. Where is that Thor? I don't think the Mutalisks have actually seen it yet either. A lot of Zerglings moving in here. He needs to get those. There we go. And there's the Thor. He needs to stop running, start shooting at those Mutalisks. Does have the magic box on the Mutalisks, though. They're going to be very... Their effectiveness against that Thor just went through the roof because of that magic box. That magic box stops so much of the Thor's DPS. These guys are in a lot of trouble now. Just picked off by Zerglings here. These guys, same thing. Try and use the minerals as a pincer to stop the surround by the Zerglings. Valiant to the end, but just not enough firepower there. More missile turrets. Looks like... oh crap, brain fart. Evan decides to take a gold of his own to even things up. He is one base behind still though. Big group of Zerglings and Mutalisks moving to the, what is that, 2 o'clock position. Sorry, don't know my clock face. I just run with digital everywhere. Looks like they're going to go straight into this third expansion here, and there's not a lot here to stop that from happening. Do have some tanks here, but they're way out of position. Missile turrets are up. Do push those Mutalisks back, but those Mutalisks probably could have taken out that missile turret. Do have those Zerglings finish off 2 missile turrets. He needs to bring those Marines just a little farther forward. There they go. Finish off the attack, and this cloud of Mutalisks is proven to be pretty dangerous. It's keeping Evan from moving out, I think, as much as he wants. He's got to stay back and kind of defend his base, use a lot of his Marines just to keep Mutalisks out of his mineral lines. As we can see there, he didn't have Marines in the proper spot and just lost a lot of stuff. Large force moving out here, not enough Marines to stop that many Mutalisks. We're hitting a magic number of Mutalisks here. It doesn't matter if he's got missile turrets or not. This many Mutalisks are be able to steamroll him. This is not looking good. Yep, there we go. Just didn't even lose a Mutalisk there. And Maltiso goes straight for the main. Looks like he's going to drop a bunker here, and this position on this bunker is actually going to hinder his own players, his own Marines from getting into his base. It's actually going to stop his Marines quite a bit. And there they go. Does lose a barracks there that had a tech lab on it. We'd both see both players floating quite a few minerals. Need to drop a couple racks or something. Do see a counterattack on here, but those Mutalisks are starting to swing in now, and not enough to kill it again. Just barely. 128 life. This one they got down to 150 or so. Just right there, but not enough to push it over the brink. Some excellent management by Maltiso in his units here. A lot of Mutalisks swinging here. Those tanks are toast. Those Marines were caught inside their own base here on the other side of this ramp, this wall, cliff, whatever it's called. Just not being effective. I'm kind of afraid for Evan at this point. He is not looking good with this many Mutalisks on the board. If he can, even Banshee Vikings don't do well against Mutalisks. The only thing I could say is like mass ghost snipe or something. Do catch a roving medevac just chilling there. We're kind of surprised about that. Maybe snipe a lot of these Mutalisks or Hunter Seeker missile them. That would be a pretty effective plan, but if he magic boxes them, he's going to run into the same problem that he did with the Thor, so just going to be hard to bring down. And that Thor's doing a lot of damage. They did clump it pretty bad in that corner there. Did manage to drop quite a lot of them into yellow. A lot of Marines here backing this up as well. It's getting kind of far ahead of the tank support though, so I'm kind of worried about Zergling reinforcements. Do have 66 Zerglings on the way out though. Has to be very careful about Baneling run-ins at this point. There we see him changing into banelings. 36 banelings on the way out right now. This is not looking good. Don't think that's enough tanks. Looks like a misclick. Decided didn't like one of his tank buddies there. Or he finished it off to make room, get some more supply count. He is, well, that's not Evan. My bad. Maltiso is at 200. Evan is at 185 and 99. So their army counts are actually pretty close. Just that Maltiso's is so much more mobile. This base is absolutely toast. There's no way that this army is going to be able to get over to this base in time. So we do have tanks taking up siege mode, taking a defensive stance here. This gold was knocked out. Do have a lot of mutalisks moving into the side here. Those Marines are getting engaged outside of the missile turret range, which really hurts those Marines. Totally destroys their survivability. And this many mutalisks, they're just sniping down those missile turrets, and now there's nothing left to stop them from just going on a rampage here, this expansion. Those SCVs are toast. Looks like Evan is forced to push in himself. Tanks, couple of tanks just kind of guarding the back here. Not going to do a whole lot though. Free pickings on these runaway drones here. Not a lot going on. These Zerglings are on the way back. Looks like we do have some more banelings coming in. A lot of banelings on the way in. Another hatchery goes down, so we're down 3 to 2 with the gold. This one is mined out though. This one is not. And this one is still mining. So mineral-wise, Evan is in the lead, but Zerg repopulation abilities, that whole line just got smoked. That was awesome. Banelings, run away! No, almost. A lot of mutalisks still alive here. He's got to make a lot of Marines really quick. We have 13 mutalisks back on the way again. Looks like we did hit that magic number of Marines, able to push the mutalisks back. That is really close, though. Without that Marine support, I would actually put my money on the mutalisks, or medevac support. I would put my money on the mutalisks. A couple of Marines here just got picked off by those mutalisks. A lot of Zerglings on the way out. Maltiso is getting really spent though. His main's out, his natural's out. His third is pretty much the only thing he's mining from. He's doing some long distance mining from this fourth base here, but he's kind of in trouble if he doesn't take another expansion real soon. I really got to hand it to Evan in taking out those 3 expansions. He did a real good job in knowing where to attack his opponent and just delivering the decisive strike. It is 117 to 116 army count at this time. We do have a huge flock of mutalisks moving out still. A large group of Marines and tanks though with medevac backup. Looks like the mutalisks can't make a decision here. They do find some production buildings as well as an orbital command center that isn't well defended. Looks like they're on the way out. They're doing what mutalisks do best, just being constantly harassing, forcing stims, forcing medevacs to use their energy, that sort of thing. It's just going to be really annoying. It's going to be really hard for Evan to defend against that many mutalisks, and as things climb on, Evan will manage to, or Maltiso will manage to grab more and more Zerglings. One thing I do got to hand to Evan, he is grabbing his 3-3 upgrades. He's sitting 2-2 on his weapons, or his infantry right now, which I really got to hand to him. Looks like he's going to go, Maltiso is going to try and take this expansion again, but I don't think Evan is going to let him at this point. I really like this as well. Just going to grab enough to grab some high ground, maybe scout this out, and snipe this. Do have a huge, shoot. Those Marines got caught way out of position. These tanks in the lead got sniped by those mutalisks. The banelings are spent though, so these mutalisks do have to back off though. With this many Marines, that's a lot of DPS. Only one upgrade for the Zerg player here on these flying units, these mutalisks. Whereas these Marines are sitting 2-2. They're going to do a lot of damage and not take very much. I think Evan has got to go for this natural, this third base here. He's got to do something to further hinder his opponent. If he shuts this down, Maltiso will have no solid income. I mean, he's basically got none right now. This is pretty much spent, but do have a major confrontation here. A lot of banelings rolling from the side, so we maybe have enough. Another baneling goes off, though, and it looks like the Mutalisks do take the day here, do shut those Marines down. Have a couple of tanks here, which look like they are toast. They did shut down this third again, though. He's really pushing Maltiso against the ropes at this point. This gold is mined out. I would take another expansion, but with this many Mutalisks flying around, it's going to be really hard to do. Do have this thing, which they couple of mineral remnants here, which he could try and utilize, but that creep right there is going to make it almost not worth it. Suicides a bunch of SCVs straight into these Mutalisks here, whereas we've got a bunch of Marines going straight for the heart here. Going to chase a bunch of Zerglings here. You do have these spine crawlers from way early in the game still, but there are way too many Marines for those to be very effective at this point. Looks like he's spending time going after larva. He needs to either focus down that spine crawler. He is chewing out that spawning pool, though. Very good decision. Is going to keep his opponent from making any more Zerglings. He is still capable of making banelings, but if he can't make Zerglings, he can't get to banelings, as well as Mutalisks. That thing is slowly recovering. Do you have those Mutalisks on the way in? Looks like, oh jeez, this may be it. Looks like Evan is finally committing to an attack here. I don't think he's going to have much after this. Have both players doing some serious long distance mining from the gold to this natural over here, and from this third base to the natural over here, whereas Evan is just chewing stuff up inside of Maltiso's main here. If he can snipe that Spire, doing a lot of supply count damage here, killing a bunch of overlords. He's got to be careful of broodlings at this point. Doesn't want to lose very many. A lot of banelings, but he did separate his Marines fairly well. Stim Marines do manage to outpace those banelings. Needs to snipe that Spire pretty quick, though. Is choosing to snipe more Marines or overlords. That one's almost dead. And what are these guys doing? They just need to get in there and finish this. You have a couple more Marines trickling out for Evan here. This is a really close game here at the end. Even still, this many Mutalisks could change the tide if something gets caught out of position. A bunch of SCVs get pulled out, and looks like Evan does pull ahead with the win by a hair's whisker. Really close game. Congratulations, Evan. Thanks for the submission. I really enjoy casting your games. This was pretty epic, I gotta say. If you want us, I'm Phobos once again. I cast for BronzeLeagueGaming. If you want us to submit or cast, if you want us to cast one of your games, send it to BronzeLeaguePerspective@hotmail.com. Once again, that's BronzeLeaguePerspective@hotmail.com. Also, check us out on Facebook. Search BronzeLeague Perspective and you'll pull us up. Like the video, comments, feedback, anything helps, really. I don't care what it is, just any kind of contact really means a lot to us. Any kind of thumbs up makes us that much more noticeable. Thanks a lot, people. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully we'll catch you again. I'm Phobos. We'll see you later.